Well, it has been a long 3 years with La Niña taking over, but now we have a new headline in store. El Niño is officially here, and if you're tuning in and thinking, what's La Niña, what's El Niño, over the next 4 minutes, you're gonna learn a lot about ocean temperatures, and meteorologist Rachel Modestino is here with us.
Yeah, thank you, Rachel. It is a very common words that we use in the weather world, but a lot of people don't know what it means, and this graphic kind of shows you here La Nina, El Nino, and neutral. There are 3 states that our atmosphere can be in, and it's going to drive our weather going forward.
Okay, so just recently it was confirmed we are officially in El Nino. So what does this mean when we say the El Nino pattern has arrived?
Well, it's all to do, like you mentioned, with the waters, the water temperatures, specifically in the Pacific and just off the coast of the South Americas. That anomaly that I'm highlighting here is warm. So the warmer than normal ocean temperature waters classifies us is officially in an El Nino state. And like I mentioned, it does play a role in our jet streams and our weather throughout the summer month.
Okay, so that's interesting because when we see such a big change right before most Canadians' favorite season, many people are thinking, how will this impact my summer? So what are some of the top headlines and how could we explain this for the upcoming season?
Well, as we know, warmer waters, well, they give us more energy, and that is going to translate into our subtropical jet stream. So the one in the south that impacts the southern states, it's going to be stronger and taking in some of that energy that is brought to us by El Nino. But for us in Canada, our polar jet stream's a little bit weaker, but what it could do is bring a few different temperature anomalies, one in the east and one in the west.
So when people look at this and you see the 2 giant blobs, the giant blue blob, the giant red, what does that mean? Now, don't think you're never going to be swimming if you live in Toronto or Montreal. That's not what it means. Essentially, the come and go summer, we've been talking about that in our summer pattern. That is going to be common when it comes to an El Nino summer. We're going to see less 30-degree days and less extended heat waves. Now, of course, people in the West would love this kind of pattern, Rachel, because the fire situation has been so dire. So when you see the La Nina pattern, or the El Nino pattern, pardon me, bringing me the above normal, that could be concerning.
Yeah, it's raising some alarm bells because we've had such an explosive start to the wildfire season, and this is not what you want to see across Western Canada where a majority of the fires have been. But like you mentioned, it's going to be come and go, and I think that our precipitation pattern going forward is going to be the utmost importance, specifically in this month of June, because that's where we see the most amount of rainfall in Calgary. It's going to really set us up for our growing season and our fire season going forward. But you know, we may be tipping around near normal. We do have some above normal anomalies that are present in the west, but that active storm track and jet stream, it's still staying stateside. So that could nose up at times, but it's going to be pretty important to not only for our precipitation and getting that rain, but also to clear out that heat that wants to stick around.
Excellent explanation there, Rachel. I want to talk lastly about hurricane season because El Nino will have an impact on this season as well. And I know everyone from Atlantic Canada is now intently listening.
Yeah, well, we've already seen one named storm, Rachel, so the excitement is kind of underway, and it does play a role in our precipitation. It could tip us a little bit above normal or really make or break our precipitation forecast, especially across Atlantic Canada. But what we are forecasting is a near to just slightly above normal in terms of how many named storms and hurricanes that we do get. So overall, more of an average season because of El Nino, but the warmer waters of the Atlantic Ocean could play a factor.
All right, now you are in the know. La Nina is out and El Nino is in.